We welcome you to TexKonnect, a podcast of the Textile series of exhibitions and an initiative of CEMS-Global. I am in Casablanca today. This edition is being shot in Casablanca, beautiful city in Morocco. And with me is Mr. Omar Sajid. He is the Vice President of AMITH, the Moroccan Textile and Clothing Industry Association. They are the apex body for textiles and apparel in Morocco. And it's lovely to be here in Casablanca.
Thank you, Mr. Sawar. It's always a pleasure to receive you.
Great. It was. Thank you for inviting me to your beautiful home.
Thank you very much. You're
I
always
feel.
welcome.
I feel I'm in Marrakesh.
Well, yes, it has a part of it.
Yeah, I feel very spiritual. I mean, as I told you, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful home you have here.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, no, I'm about as we were talking earlier this morning about your show, your meme show, first of all, and last year we saw a new face of Morocco. We saw a new face of Amit, your association, and everything changed. Like Morocco was in high gear, moving forward, marching forward in the industry. So what changed?
Well, thank you again, Mr. Sawar, and thank you for the great partnership between CEMS Global
Oh, it's a pleasure.
and Amit.
It's a pleasure.
And with your collaboration, we together made it a very successful show. What has changed in the meme show is just the approach. We have highlighted all aspects of the Moroccan textile industry, from finished products all the way uh, to export products. And the big new part of the meme show was the Moroccan fashion brands, where they had
I saw that.
a specific dedicated
Saw that.
the dedicated space. But we also highlighted and showcase Amit's and the Moroccan textile industry's work in all the invisible part of the industry, which goes from the training, the technical centers. Everything was on display. Sustainability. So everything that the Moroccan textile industry is doing and where it wants to go was highlighted.
I saw that you bought the finest Moroccan textile and apparel manufacturers under one roof. And as you were focusing on Morocco being the premier sourcing destination in Africa, that's what you're pushing for, right?
Correct, and it is one of the top best sourcing destinations in Africa today, thanks to not only an initiative of Amit. We have to take a look at it in a more general way. It's an initiative of the entire country, big support by the government, a clear vision by His Majesty, which gives today the backbone of the work that's being done, and and we can implement this vision a lot more easier and a lot more efficiently.
Lovely. Lovely. No, you have a lot of opportunities. You have quite a dozen FTAs with so many countries.
Yes.
And I don't know how you're looking at utilizing those FTAs even furthermore, and also cross-border collaborations. Like, what are your plans for that? What is
Well,
your vision for that?
before going on onto the FTAs, if you don't mind, and all of
No,
this, which I would explain, there's one last part which I would like to highlight about the meme show. Was, and I think you saw it, was the fashion show.
yeah, I saw that.
And the fashion show broadcast today the
Excuse me.
talent of the industry, which means to do a fashion show at this level with those quality of products means that you have uh, all the necessary skills.
It was
And
done by your institute.
correct, by an institute that's managed by Amit,
Okay,
supported by the government, where all the designs, all the
lovely.
manufacturing was done, and the manufacturing was done mainly by Moroccan mills. So that's an important point um, to to show to highlight. And getting back to the FTAs, correct? Morocco has about 54 uh, free trade agreements One of them being the free trade agreement between Morocco and the United States of America, which was signed 20 years ago in 2004, and which will give a whole gateway of opportunities for textile manufacturers.
Okay.
And today, AMIT is working on with the Moroccan government on how to take advantage of these free trade agreements,
Hmm.
how to better use them. And since some of them were signed, like I said, 20 years ago, what are today the changes that need to be made, the enhancements that need to be made to these 3 days, to free trade agreements, to answer the needs of today's challenges uh, for customers and buyers and brands.
I also saw that you are focusing and promoting nearshoring uh, as the nearshoring destination. Can
Correct.
you please, give
Yes,
us more
well,
details on that?
Morocco has been a nearshoring destination for textiles for, I would say, more than 15 years now. And Morocco has developed a undeniable expertise in the nearshoring business, and today it is the backbone of our industry. Um, it has been possible, like I said earlier, thanks to a great vision by His Majesty and world-class infrastructure.
Yeah.
Today, as you know, you have visited,
Yes, I
Tangier
have.
Med is in the top 10 ports in the world,
Wonderful port. Yeah.
which allows us to access North America, to have access to North America in 8 to 10 days.
The transit time is just 8 to 10 days.
Yes, to the East Coast,
Right.
which positions Morocco at the same level of transit time as other countries in Southern America. Europe today from Tangier is 14 kilometers, which is
Right.
1 day.
Right.
So the Moroccan textile industry has used this competitive advantage of proximity to its markets to develop this backbone and this expertise in nearshoring.
And I think it's going to grow even more now because with the new EU trade policies on carbon footprint, I think that's going to even help Morocco more, right?
Definitely, one of the in the carbon footprints or the EU regulations for carbon tax, distance that the materials travel is one of them.
Right.
And that's definitely a competitive advantage that Morocco has, that Mother Nature has given us, and that it will always be there. So the industry is trying to use all of these advantages at its hands to further grow and develop. I didn't tell you at the beginning, but just to have an idea, the Moroccan textile industry is over 1,600 companies.
Mhm.
It is still today the first industrial employer in Morocco,
Okay.
and its exports have a steady growth rate of between 7 to 9% on a yearly basis for the last 4 years,
Wonderful.
which means that these efforts, um, the government support, what the foundations that have been put are showing their results.
Yeah, absolutely. And have you thought about export diversification? I saw that in November, you guys you had a delegation to the NCTO in the
In
US,
USA,
and you met Miss Kim
correct,
over there.
correct.
So
Well, I would not call it export diversification. I would more the vision for this is to consolidate Morocco as an aggregating country between Europe, which we also had an MOU signed in November
I saw that.
with
Yeah,
you
I was. That was my next point.
with Euratex.
With Eurotex, Mr.
So
Machado was here,
correct.
and your president Anas El Ansari,
So
he signed a
exactly.
MOU
So
with
so we
Eurotex.
want to consolidate and position Morocco as an aggregator between the US, between Europe, for in the short or midterm for an African market, because Morocco is the gateway to Africa. And it is important today in this nearshoring strategy or approach. We cannot exclude Africa, which is our part of our continent, which is one continent.
Yeah, that's what you have been promoting as Morocco, the premier sourcing destination in
Cor-
Africa, right?
Correct. So if we take, for example, the carbon footprint, one of the top producing countries of cotton
In
are
Africa.
they are in Africa.
Right,
So the markets are in Europe. You can get to the US in 8 to 10 days. You have Morocco who has the expertise and as an aggregating platform. So Amit with the government is trying to work on this business model,
right. That's an
business
excellent strategy.
business model to work it this way. It's more in this approach rather than saying market diversification. It would eventually probably lead to it.
Yeah,
Some people will probably take advantage of that, but the main first backbone is Morocco as an aggregating country.
right. No, I have been, as we discussed in the past few days since I've been here, I've been coming to Morocco and working with Amit for a long time. I think that the board that you have in place now, uh, the president, Anas, and you as the vice president, and your entire team, I think you guys are, I'm not saying it to sugarcoat my words or something, but I'm being very honest to you. I think you guys are doing a great job. And it's a wonderful team that you have. And you're really pushing very hard to take Morocco forward in the textile and apparel industry in Africa and around the world, globally as well. I think you're doing a great job,
Well,
really.
thank you very much, but let me mention something that is important. Our predecessors that were in the Amin boards and past presidents have always worked towards the same targets.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The same targets. Amit is composed, when you talk about this dynamic, uh, Amit is composed only of industrial textile manufacturers.
Yeah,
And so it's a huge think tank that is available on a daily basis that's working only for the benefit of the textile industry. Perhaps what we had in our term is that things got accelerated in a different way post COVID.
mm,
New, uh, let's say, not new strategies, but new ways of doing business, new demands, new regulations are being put in place, and everybody in the entire industry is working to get up to those standards. So Amit is probably working hard to do it for sure, but I'm sure also other countries are working on it because
definitely.
that's what needs to be done, and it's different. It stands out, as I understand, from an outside point of view, because it's different than what the industry used to typically do before COVID.
Mm,
But today, the Moroccan government is supporting us. AMDI, which you know, the Moroccan
yes.
National
Yeah.
Investment Agency, Morocco
Yeah.
now, is also doing a wonderful job. They're also promoting a lot.
Everything has come
Support,
into place, like,
everything is coming into
right,
place finally. And all of this came from a long thought strategy
right.
by the private sector, the association, and by the public institutions. And there, of course, the great vision of His Majesty, where the Made in Morocco is a top priority.
Yes, made in Morocco and Morocco now. I see
Exactly.
that you're promoting investments also to Morocco, right?
De-
In the sector.
definitely, definitely, the opportunities are huge for the investment in all industries in Morocco, not only textiles. Textiles being one of them, but in general, yes. MD today is doing a wonderful job. MD is a one-stop shop. Come
Okay.
in to work with all investors, whether they are Moroccans or foreigners, and everyone gets treated the same way and has the same rights,
Okay.
and which is extremely important. And the last 2 years, 2 years ago, great programs have been put in place, great incentives have been put in place for investors,
That's wonderful.
and today the opportunities are clearly here.
That's wonderful. But having said all this, of course, when you when you move forward, there are a lot of challenges. What are the challenges you feel that are lying ahead for you and your industry?
I think there are quite a few challenges, but I would think that the main one today is that Morocco is extremely strong and competitive in the upstream of the industry.
Mhm.
Today, the biggest challenge is how fast we can build this downstream um, industry.
Okay.
The down, so the downstream industry will give a different competitive advantage to Morocco,
Hmm.
but it is an industry that takes time to develop. It takes capital, a lot of capital to develop. And this is where I enhance to say it, and I insist that the government is giving strong support on that sense.
Mm.
And that's for me one of the biggest challenges is how fast we can integrate this downstream. There are some projects that are already operational since this new strategy. Some are in construction, some are in negotiations, but how fast they will come out and consolidate, that's I think is a challenge.
I want to show our viewers some clips from the meme show.
Yeah, sure.
I have some really
Yeah.
beautiful
Also the
clips.
fashion show.
Also, the fashion show. Just a few clips, I think.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. That was a wonderful show you had there.
Yeah.
It was
Amazing.
fantastic, amazing.
Amazing.
And then the MOU signing of between Anas
And the
and
Eurotex.
Eurotex, Mr. Machado,
Yes, correct.
and your investment minister was there. Everybody was there.
Oh, everyone, the whole, everyone was there.
Wonderful.
I don't want to mention all the names on
No,
the
of
risk
course.
of forgetting someone, but everybody was there.
No, wonderful. Coming back to our discussion before the video, we were talking about export market diversification. No, that we discussed already. In fact, we were talking about the challenges. Yeah, about the challenges and, of course, challenges and skill development. What is Amit doing about it for the skill development, putting in, like bringing in the young generation into the textile industry? How are you working on that? Because you will need a huge workforce when you have that vision. You need people.
Indeed. And this is why at the beginning I said that in the meme we showcase the entire industry, even the invisible one, as we call it. It's not just a product.
Hmm.
And what I was referring through the fashion show is the skills. There's an important fact is that AMITH was the first association to initiate a private-public partnership in 1996
Hmm.
to have the first engineering school of textiles in Morocco under this business model.
Oh,
The
wonderful.
business model is what is that the government gives the support, okay,
Hmm.
and the AMIT manages. So we have been going through this business model since then, whether it's in the fashion and design school, whether it's in the engineering school, whether it's in the training, where AMIT manages. What does it say? And what does it give as an advantage? We can quickly adapt to the needs of the industry and put in the programs that are needed by the industrials in a fast and efficient way according to what we want and what the industry needs. It could be whether it's initial training, where kids start to go out to get their diplomas, whether it is continuous training with companies, whether it is laboratories, technical laboratories that companies need to use either to have the product certified, either to do some technical research. And this has been a backbone built over the last 10 to 15 years, and which is today at the disposal of the entire industry.
Wonderful. Now, with the, as I said, the new policies in EU, we discussed that already. What do you how do you work on sustainable production practices? Like, what is Amit doing about it, and how is the industry moving forward with that? Because that's becoming very important now around the world.
It is it's not a luxury anymore. It's a
Yeah,
necessity.
it's a
It's
necessity.
mandatory.
Absolutely.
Before talking about what Amit is doing or what the industry is doing, I would like to take a step backwards
Hmm.
and tell you about what the country did under the initiative of His Majesty. Today, 38% of our national power grid is green energy today in 2025. It comes mainly from solar power and from wind power.
Okay.
And Morocco already has a plan in execution to bring these 38% to 52% by 2030. So it's work that's been done 20 years ago
Mm.
or 15 to 20 years ago, where today this green energy is at the disposal of industrial manufacturers. And that's already a first competitive advantage towards UE regulations. Now, when if you're talking about the textile industry, if you integrate the downstream, say for example, you work in collaboration with the African uh, countries, our African partners, where the cotton is there. Some parts of the manufacturers are done in X countries, and then you're moving up to the aggregating country,
Mm.
like Morocco, with the access to Europe, USA, or Middle East, or back to Africa. You have closed a big gap of competitiveness with regards to UE regulations, because one of the key, one of the regulations, one of the taxes that will trace the travel time and how the distance covered by the products
Yes.
before it gets to the end user.
Right.
So this is where the opportunity is, and everything is here for it to happen.
Right. So the Asian manufacturers, like, what do you call, like, is it like they would be competitors to you, or you have a different um, perspective to it, or you have a different benefit which you can offer to the buyers?
Well, I would not say directly competitors. We have to say what we have to say. Asia is the backbone of the textile industry.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Um, the production levels, the integration level cannot, and will not be moved overnight
Yes.
over the past years, not to say decades.
Right.
Morocco has taken a different approach 10 to 15 years ago on positioning itself as a nearshoring destination to serve specific
Even the fashion is
needs.
changing,
Yes,
has changed, in fact.
exactly. To
It's
serve
fast. Yeah.
specific
Yeah.
needs of the buyers according to its competitive advantages.
Early deliveries.
Early
Yeah.
deliveries, fast, lower quantities, are some of them close, uh, close proximity to the
Yeah, the
markets.
fashion has gone online now. So
Fashion
online
has gone
platforms are
online.
very, very active.
Yes,
People want everything in a day.
yes.
So
In a day,
things have changed.
some things that you cannot predict 6 months in advance how the market would react. And
Right,
then you have the climate change today. That's a factor.
right,
The winters are arriving later than expected. Sometimes summers are not as long as hot. So all these factors make that um, a fully integrated industry close to your market will always have its competitive advantage.
in terms of textile supply chain, what do you expect from Asia? What do you need in achieving your goals? What you just told me, like you talked about upstream and downstream. What are you looking at from Asian textile manufacturers?
Well, what we're looking today, what the industry is looking, and what the country is promoting is foreign direct investment
Okay.
in the downstream. Where, like I said before, whether you are Asian, you are Moroccan, or you are North American, or from any part of the world, you have some free trade agreements that are here. You have a platform that's existing. You have a know-how that's here since the 1960s and even more, and it is still there. And there's an expertise. So what we're looking is for these foreign direct investments, collaborations, and close access to the markets.
Right. Your next show, in which you'll be promoting your finest manufacturers, is in November, right?
Yes,
This
November
year.
2025.
It's on 5,
Five,
6,
six,
7
seven,
of November.
and we are aiming for it to be on the second week of November. If we will confirm that soon,
Okay.
we're working on it on every single edition, so that everybody knows that the second week of November in any year is the Textile Moroccan Industry Show.
Right. I have a promo which I would like to show our viewers on
Sure.
the 22nd meme. Meme is Moroccan mode
Yeah.
2025.
Well,
Let's
it
take
says
it.
a lot. It says Maroc in mode, and it also says made in Morocco.
Made in Morocco. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Lovely. So yeah, you're promoting nearshoring. That's lovely. Anything else you would like to add before we conclude our session for today?
Well, there are great opportunities in Morocco today, and the time. This is the right time to come and take advantage of them. The country offers a lot of benefits. Um, One important thing is there is manpower and skilled manpower available, and the population is young,
Yeah,
and that's very important for our industry to have
yeah. That's
uh,
that's very important.
the required manpower.
Yeah, correct.
That's something that's also we don't talk about it enough, but it's also a backbone and something strategic because today our teams are our workers and our partners working are the backbone of any economy, of any country, of any company.
That's true. Thank you so much for your time, Omar.
Well,
Really
thank you, Mr.
appreciate it.
Sauer. Anytime,
It's a pleasure.
anytime.
That was Mr. Omar Sajid, Vice President of AMITH, the Moroccan Textile and Apparel Industry, Clothing Industry Association. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon. You have a wonderful day wherever you are. In the meantime, let me go enjoy the great Moroccan hospitality. You have a great day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.